I don't know if it's just me or if it is all men. I'd like to think that it's all men, but I have struggled with anger issues in my life, believe it or not. And if you're like me and you're a man who's struggled with anger issues, this video is going to be really helpful for you because this is something that I have learned, especially over the last 6 months, that has drastically improved my anger issues. So stay tuned for this video, and we're going to discuss how instead of raising my fist, I'm raising my barbells, if you want to say that. I'm talking about how lifting in the gym specifically has saved my sanity and helped drastically with the way that I deal with my anger issues and the way that I cope. If you watch all the way to the end, I'm going to, as always, leave one helpful key note that I have learned going into the gym on how you can make the most out of your time in there so that you can come home, be a better husband, better father, better man of God in general and in your life. So stay tuned. Hello, welcome to this episode of Better Men Daily. If you are watching on YouTube, please go ahead, drop a like on this video if you find it helpful at all. And if you are enjoying this content and want to see more of it, please go ahead and subscribe. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, then welcome to this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about something very helpful to me and to my self-improvement over the last 6 or so months. And that is going to the gym. Us as men, we are very, you could say, barbaric. We're a little bit angry all the time. We're always walking around with a chip on our shoulder, and we're always talking about this guy got me puffed up and he said something and it's disrespectful, now I'm mad. And the slightest thing seems to make some of us mad. At least that's been my experience and my struggle. I deal with anger issues quite a bit, and it's really rooted in us kind of being like dogs. And it's funny because women will, say, in obviously not the same context, you'll hear some women say that men are dogs. And in a way, we are, because like my dog that I love very much, if he doesn't get enough of his energy out and he doesn't run around and get tired and be nice and docile, then he's going to be a maniac and he's going to misbehave and he's not going to be the best version of himself. And just like my dog that I love very much, I am the same way, that if I don't get my energy out and if I don't improve my strength and do these things, then I am not the best version of myself, and I have a shorter fuse. I'm more irritable. I'm not as ready and equipped to handle things in my life, and that's not even just in a gym environment, and that's not even just physically. That could be at work, and that could be in an argument with your wife. So today we are going to talk about 3 different things specifically surrounding emotional stability that the gym has done for me in improving my life. So stay tuned to the end of this video, and we're going to discuss one key thing that I do to get the most out of my time in the gym at the end so that we can be better men at home and be better husbands and be better fathers and better professionals. So thing number 1 is that the cathartic movement of the gym has, like I mentioned, helped me get more tired and less irritable when I'm at home with my family. Now, obviously, life happens, and if you are married, you will know that fighting and arguing is just a part of marriage. That's something that me and my wife have dealt with, just like any other couple that has been married in this world. Now, when I come home from a long day of work and I'm irritable because I haven't really gotten my energy out and been able to just unleash my inner beast, I can make worse decisions when talking to my wife, in meaning that I can be more irritable, I can be more ready to argue because I just haven't gotten any of that energy out, and that's not good for either of us. So going to the gym and using that gym time to be your angry time and your time to just push all of that anger and grit to the surface and get it out of your system is exactly what I've used the gym for. Obviously, to become a better version of myself and more fit and perform better physically, but it's also helped emotionally in the sense that I don't feel super ready to argue all the time, and I'm really patient and really less irritable than I was before I started working out in these last few months. The second thing that the gym has done for me, and I don't know if it's just me personally, but like I said, this channel and this podcast, this is a field notes kind of thing. So this is me just going through my experiences and reporting back to you guys what I've noticed to be helpful in some of these areas of my life. And for me, the gym has made it so I am more likely being more docile, like we talked about on note number 1, to see my own faults in all avenues of my life, which helps me perform better. When I am looking at things from a frame of mind of I've already got everything going and I'm good to go and I'm already doing everything right, then any avenue of my life, whether it's at home, at work, or anywhere else where I have someone point out a flaw of mine to me, I get defensive and I get puffed up and I get angry. And I think what I've learned in the gym is that even if you're in there busting your butt, lifting crazy weights, you may be doing some things wrong. Your form may be wrong, and someone might want to try to correct that for you. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because your goal is to be the best version of yourself and get the most out of your time in the gym. So you'll be more inclined to listen to people if you are in that mindset. So I've kind of translated that mindset to outside of the gym as well. If I'm at work or if I'm at home and someone says, hey man, like I really think you might have missed the mark here, or you might have missed that, or you could have did this better, I don't get as defensive or puffed up anymore. I'm just like, okay, well maybe I did. Tell me how I could have did that better so that I can improve my performance. And that's what the gym is about. It's all about performance and getting stronger and making progress. So I've sort of just adopted that mindset in everything else in my life to make sure that I am constantly improving, and not in like a self-critical way, but in a I want to be the best version of myself way. What am I doing incorrectly or deficiently, and how can I improve that? The third and final thing we're going to discuss in this video or podcast, depending on where you're watching or listening, that has improved for me in an emotional realm while going to the gym is I think I'm less angry now because I used to get puffed up when really deep down I lacked confidence in my ability to achieve things. If I was faced with a challenge that I thought I may have a possibility of failing or not achieving, that scared me. And scared turns into anger. And at least for me it does. And I know for a lot of other men it does as well. So when we get angry, we're really just scared. Now, being in the gym, I've learned you're going to fail. And there's going to be things that happen that you can't achieve. And also, being in the gym, I've learned that my body's capable of a lot more than I realized it was. So now when I'm faced with challenges that maybe scared me before, I can face them with a little more confidence and sobriety and be like, okay, like we'll get through this. I'll figure it out. So I've handled trials in life better, and it's helped me grow a sense of underlying confidence of the sun's going to come up tomorrow and I'm going to perform and I'm going to do what I have to here and we're going to be just fine. Now, obviously, these are just 3 things. There's a lot of other things that it has improved as well, and not just emotional things, but that was really the center of this video, is how going to the gym is a cathartic activity, one that helps a man get all of his anger out so that he can just be better and more sober-minded. And that's key for us, because if we are better men daily, then part of that is, yes, we're capable of harm and we're capable of violence in the realm of protection, and we're capable of all these other things, but we're controlled and we're disciplined, and that is the key. You could be the most lethal man on the planet, but if you have no control over it, you're not a high-value man. You're just a child in a very dangerous grown man's body, and that can be dangerous to not just yourself, but everyone around you. So that's just a couple things, guys. If you made it to the end here, we're going to discuss the one key thing that I've done to get the most out of my time in the gym, and it is plan, plan, plan. I know a lot of guys just go into the gym and they'll just be like, oh, well, we'll hit biceps today and legs tomorrow, and we'll just kind of do what's available. I go into the gym every day that I do work out, which is for me 5 days a week, with a plan and a regimen already put together. And I have the fortunate reality that my brother is a personal trainer, so he helped me put together a training program. But if you don't even have someone that you want to pay to do a training program for you, you can use resources like ChatGPT to develop one for you, or you could use resources like the World Wide Web, where there is endless different options for training plans, but you need to go in there with a purpose. Like, I have a meeting that I'm going to attend right now. I already have an agenda, and I'm going to execute that agenda and then leave. So for me, I'll go in and I, do splits on the different body parts and push versus pull. And then every single day that I do lift, I also run for a mile after so that I can get my cardio in to overall increase my performance. So that is my one key, guys. If you do that, you're going to get more out of your gym time and you're going to see more progress because you're going in with purpose and you're going in and you're executing. And that's what we need to do as men, is we need to execute in everything that we do with a plan and an agenda. So that's it for this video, guys, or this podcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you are enjoying this content, please go ahead and drop a like. It helps boost me in the algorithm. And if you want to see more content like this and you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are listening to this podcast on Apple or Spotify, thank you for tuning in, and please follow if you want to have more of these episodes in the future. But that's it for now, guys. I appreciate you watching as always and listening as always. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.